Welcome to the family of flam rudiments. There are many rudiments that use the flam as its foundation. Examples you may have heard of include the flam tap, flam accent, flam acue, flam drag, and the flam paradiddle. As you can see, once you learn the flam, it opens up a whole new world of rudiments for you to explore. A flam is a rudiment that consists of two different strokes played simultaneously. The two strokes are the upstroke and the downstroke. The downstroke is essentially a high stroke that doesn't rebound. The upstroke is a low stroke that hits the surface of the drum on the way up to the high stroke. So if you spend some time playing the combinations of downstrokes and upstrokes with your hands together, you are well on your way to perfecting the flam. Pro tip, be sure to always use a metronome when practicing. That is a way of being super efficient with your practice time. As a drummer, working with a metronome is as essential as learning these strokes. So why not combine the two? Okay. Once you're comfortable with playing these two strokes with your hands together, the next step is to alternate your hands. When you start with the downstroke with your right hand, this is called right hand lead. And when you start your downstroke with your left hand, this is called left hand lead. And when you play one after the other, you're playing what is known as alternating flams. Spend some time playing these alternating strokes at different tempos and different dynamic levels. Challenge yourself to pick a comfortable tempo and play alternating flams for 1 full minute. Maybe even play along with your favorite song. The more fun you have with the flam, the more musical you will realize that it is. Let's clarify some things that may cause some confusion. When you look at how a flam is notated, you will see that it is notated with 2 notes. There is a grace note that precedes the primary note. That grace note represents the upstroke and is actually played a little bit before the primary note. This happens naturally when you play with your sticks at different heights. Think about it. The lower stick is going to hit the surface before the higher stick when you drop them at the same time. This happens naturally when you play the correct strokes. The sticks hitting the drum surface at slightly different times is exactly what a flam is. Let's review. The flam produces a thicker and longer sounding note when compared to a single stroke. A flam consists of a grace note and accent note played almost at the same time. This happens because a flam is comprised of 2 single strokes that are played at different heights. The highest and loudest note is called the primary note, while the lowest and softer note is called the grace note. Due to the difference in heights, the primary note should hit the surface of the drum or practice pad slightly after the grace note. This is what gives the flam a thicker and longer sound. It is not a flam if you play these notes at the same time. There should be a bit of separation between the 2 notes. This separation happens naturally because the sticks start at different heights. So if you start the downward motion of each stick at the same time, the upstroke, sometimes called the tap, will get there first just because it is the closest, and the high stroke, sometimes called the primary note, will strike the head soon thereafter. A flam is a rudiment that can alternate. Alternating means you can do it with your right hand lead or your left hand lead. This is a rudiment that is useful on all percussion instruments. I hope you spend some time with these exercises and find some new and creative ways to use the flam. And if you play drum set, try these exercises with your feet.